Okay, if you can read my shirt in reverse, you know what video this is gonna be. REMBE Pro Cycling is back. In the last episode, our team won a fantastic monument, Paris-Roubaix. Next to that, 3 stage wins at the Basque Country and the final GC with Matthias Wacek over POGAČAR. Now, of course, Paris-Roubaix was the last of the Cobble Classics, so today we're starting the Hill Classics. First of all, the Amstel Gold Race, La Flèche Wallonne, and finally, another monument, Liège-Bastogne-Liège. And yeah, we are nowhere near the favorites for these races. Tadej Pogačar is here, 82 Hillstad. For the Amstel Gold Race, most likely, our leader is gonna be Laurens Spiffy, 75 Hillstad, and well, in a fitness peak. So it's possible that he has like +3 daily form, let's hope so. Next to Laurens, also Matthias Wacek, 76 Hill, also a bit of a sprint, so could also be leader depending on daily form. By the way, I feel like I've never been a major fan of the Hill Classics on Pro Cycling Manager because hills on Pro Cycling Manager are so incredibly short that they kind of feel like speed bumps. Anyway, I hope we get some action and not just an uphill sprint. Ola, the expected +2 on Laurens Spiffy, which means 78 Hillstad, but also Matthias Wacek, a +4, so 80 Hillstad, we've got 2 leaders. I feel like we can cook with this. Ola, we've got a move. I think that's Pogačar off the front. Where is he? Where is he? He's right there. Nobody's responding to him, which looks like Ineos is trying to pace him down, which I'm kind of okay with. I'll try and keep playing conservatively in the peloton for as long as possible, and there we go. Pogačar has already been caught. Oh god, the race has just exploded on a random climb. Pogačar off the front, 5 people, then Roglic is trying to close that down. We are in this group with Wacek, Del Grosso can protect him. Piffy's in the next group because there was a split in the peloton. Remco is also here, so I'm hoping Quickstep takes care of this gap, but then again, is Van Wilder up the road? I don't see him. I don't. So on paper, Remco and Quickstep should bring us back. And to be honest, worst case, we do have Wacek up the road. So it's not the end of the world. And he's catching up with the Pogačar group as we speak here. There goes Pogačar. Attacks again just as we actually get to the wheel. Pidcock trying to close that down. Rafferty right there. This race is certainly not just an uphill sprint. We've got more people going from the group behind. That is good for Piffy. I'm just trying to follow the action. Meanwhile, Remco Evenepoel has bridged towards Wacek and is bringing us back towards Pogačar. So thank you very much, Remco. Anyway, last 20 kilometers. Next climb is the Kouwberg. There we go. Into the descent towards the climb. Here to the left. And the climb begins. I do expect to move on this climb. Is Pogačar going? He's just pacing. I'm just going to sit in his wheel on the climb. That is my plan. Is he going to make a move on this climb? No, he isn't. Piffy in the peloton behind can stay here. I don't think I can make the bridge myself. I'm just going to stay in the wheel of Pogačar in this group, and I'll stay in the wheel in the second group as well. So if people bring me back, they bring me back. If they don't, it's all on Wacek today. Pogačar goes on the Hulhemmerberg. Our energy is almost empty. The other 3 are in trouble, but we are exactly in the wheel. My red bar is basically empty. My yellow bar is basically empty. Last 11 kilometers. Come on, Wacek, buddy. Come on, just hold on. Just hold on to Pogačar's wheel, which... that's not an easy task. Looks like it is done for in the next group though, so that is quite sad when it comes to Piffy. There goes Blackmore. I'm trying to follow that move. Nah, I'm blocked in, so I'm gonna focus on Wacek. Piffy's out of the race here, so it's all about Wacek. We've got Rafferty off the back. Good. We've got 4 riders left. Our sprint's pretty good, but so is Pogačar and Pidcocks. But then again, if I can make it to the line with these guys with energy, I reckon I can win the sprint. But oh no, the problem is our energy. We have no yellow bar left. It's all about our red bar now, but I'll stay in the wheel of Pogačar. I'm hoping so dearly that he can sprint and lead us out. We've got some yellow back for the last 2 kilometers. Come on, Pogačar. Do not disappoint us here. Do not disappoint us. Pidcock's empty. I'm going to try and move up towards Evenepoel's wheel, maybe. Gonna try and move up myself into the last corner. Right now I shall start my sprint in the wheel of Pogačar. Too many corners. No, Wacek comes around. Wacek wins the Amstel Gold Race ahead of Pogačar, Pidcock, and Remco Evenepoel. Another World Tour Classic in the pocket. There we go. Starting today's episode of winning. Matthias Wacek is unstoppable. Yes, we are definitely over-racing him. He's riding literally every race, but the man keeps winning, so I'm not complaining. And well, it's literally against the best riders in the world. Tadej Pogačar, Remco Evenepoel, and Tom Pidcock. Like, in all these classics, it's all about energy management, especially if your guy has a sprint. And we've seen it in the classics with Hector Alvarez, we've seen it here with Wacek, we've seen it with Piffy and Roubaix. It just keeps on working just if you manage your energy wisely in PCM. Anyway, next up, La Flèche Wallonne. Mur de Huy in real life is an absolute banger of an uphill finish, but in Pro Cycling Manager, it's usually kind of an uphill sprint. Pidcock is the favorite, nice second favorite, so no Tadej Pogačar, but Remco Evenepoel is here. Despite his fantastic form, I am leaving Matthias Vacek home for this race because the man's very tired and needs rest urgently. So it's all about this man, Laurens Piffy, 75 hill stat, and most importantly, a fitness peak, so could be a lot more in the race. Okay, well then, +3 daily form on Laurens Piffy, so 79 hill stat. We gotta win this race. Hola, the fast attacks of the day. Gloag, Vlasov, Skjelmose, Van Gils, Nice, Enso, Wolf, Blackmore, Gregoire. The plus now trying to close it even though Gloag did the first attack. Very interesting. Last 17 kilometers incoming. 2 hills left, the Côte de Cherave and the Mur de Huy. I'm trying to keep myself positioned, but that's clearly not working because my boys are in Narnia. Okay, last 9 kilometers, attacks have been neutralized. Our position is better. Maxime Van Gils goes just before the Côte de Cherave. We are now in a good position. Herzog is controlling. Slight bit worried about the yellow bar of Piffy, but it should be enough for the final 7k, I hope. There goes Pidcock trying to bridge towards the front. I want to keep it closed for the Mur de Huy. I want an uphill sprint because that is what Piffy is good at. So, Seychelles to the front on 99, last 5 kilometers. Come on, get your energy back before this final climb. Energy gel on everybody. Last 2.5 kilometers. Here we go under the bridge. Van Gils with a bit of a gap into the final climb. We are going to try and close that down, There comes Mur de Huy. 1 kilometer to go. Del Grosso at the front is going to try and close it on. Let's do 90. Is that too much? Let's do 99 right now. Piffy's on a gap. Piffy's on a gap. Piffy's on a gap. Can go right now. Come on, Piffy. Get to the front, Piffy. Come on, Laurens. Yes, yes, yes. Laurens Piffy is going to win another classic for the team. 2 in a row for REMBE. Laurens Piffy wins La Flèche Wallonne. By the way, that is never happening in real life. There is no way Piffy wins on Mur de Huy. But hey, on Pro Cycling Manager, I'll accept it. Like, there were multiple moments in this race where I thought we lost it because of positioning and because Van Gils was up the road, but in the end, it feels like on the Mur de Huy on Pro Cycling Manager, the AI riders, the competition, kind of just launches too early. So if I launch myself at the right time, I will always win that group sprint. I could be wrong, but I don't think any rider has ever won Paris-Roubaix and La Flèche Wallonne in the same season. So congrats, Laurens. My legs hurt after that performance, so I'm gonna sit down for the next one. Anyway, time for the big one. Time for Liège-Bastogne-Liège, the big monument in the Hill Classics. Tadej Pogačar is the favorite. Remco Evenepoel, Pidcock, and Louis Joe Lurs. Yes, relative to Flèche Wallonne and Amstel Gold Race, quite a different team on the menu for us. Louis Joe Lurs as our potential captain with 79 hill stat. Lipovic as well here. Seychelles, Brenner, and so forth. Actually, Adria Perikas with a bit of a sniffle, so I might leave him home. There we go, he's resting, and Vacek, nah, I won't do that. He's napping right now. Emil Herzog can go instead. Also, just like Paris-Roubaix, I have not ridden Liège-Bastogne-Liège on PCM in a long time, so this should be fun. Oh no, what a bad form for everyone. Thompson -2, Seychelles -3, Lipovic 0 day, but he's not our leader in the first place. Brenner -1, Herzog -1, Lurs -1. Only Appelbaum with decent form. I feel like my team might have been poisoned. So, roughly halfway the race, I've got a nice position in the peloton, so that's perfect. The break is in control, 3 minutes up the road, but the hills are about to start, so this is where the race begins. Let us try to stay in position on these hills. Lurs is losing a few positions because Bjerg is pushing me backwards. That is not nice. Come on, move up, bro. Oh, the next hill, once again, Lurs getting blocked a little bit by a Yuzo this time. Criminal. Let's try and get back to the front again. Lurs is not having the best time when it comes to his position. Anyway, Lurs is back in position on the next hill, but we've got some attacks off the front. Gegenhard Roglic and Derek G, so a pretty early move by Primoz. So Roglic is caught and some more attacks are following. O'Connor and Williams off the front, but I'm just chilling in the pack for now. Oh, massive tempo by Ineos as we speak on the Col de Rosier. Lurs is not in a good position. I spent too much energy getting to the front with my boys during that move, so let's get them back into position. Lurs is looking the best of our team together with Lipovic, to be honest. Oh, and actually, just an attack as we speak with Pogačar in a group ahead, 40 seconds. Remco Evenepoel is closing it down for us, so that is nice. Brenner can protect Lurs as we speak. Lipovic in the wheel. We are in a group behind, but the race is not over yet. There we go, just before the foot of the ladder, dude. That group has been caught, and now we gotta get ready into position because the climb is coming in front of us. Let's take a look. Lurs to the front. I don't want to make the split myself, so I'm going to do 75 for now. I'm gonna have to up that pretty soon, so let's do 85 maybe. No one wants to come to the front. We're gonna have a passive ladder, dude. Really? No. There goes Ineos. We've got Glow going. There goes Remco Evenepoel. POGAČAR tries to follow. Pidcock as well. I'm going to try and follow desperately with Lures. Lipovic can protect him now because Brenner is basically done for. Brenner might get over the top though. We are in the wheel, so we are good for now. 29 people still in the peloton, but I reckon most of these riders are kind of done for. So I'm trying to replenish energy on myself. Benoit's coming to the front to control for Juan Ayuso, and we've got bit of a downhill segment pretty soon towards Rochefoucauld, so it's all gonna be about the Rochefoucauld now. Or do we see a move here? Yes, we do. Pidcock goes. Pidcock goes. I cannot close that. I need to close that. I'm gonna let Remco Evenepoel do that for me again, because that seems to be working in all the hill classics so far. We've got Rafferty also pacing. I'm gonna pretend I'm not here, and I'm gonna let everyone else take care of this gap. And like, the strategy is working. Remco and Kulsud are closing it for me. So is Kostiu, so is Vlasov. Every single rider is helping except me, so I'm sitting in this group and waiting for the next climb, hoping I can recover some yellow bar, because that is not looking too great at the moment. Anyway, on to the Rochefoucauld. The gap is 17 seconds. They're about to be caught at the foot by Bajoli, who's closing it. There we go. We are in the wheel. Attack incoming pretty soon though, so let's move to the front ourselves and try and control the tempo on this climb. Or do I make a move myself? I might consider making a move myself. This is the old parkour. The Côte d'Or at the finish line, so I gotta keep some energy over this climb as well. 23 people in this group, and I want to get Lipovic over this, and that's exactly what's happening. Ayuso is basically in our wheel. I'm gonna sit up. I want to recover energy. We're gonna have a Pidcock move soon though. I do think so. What am I gonna do? Next climb right now, Côte de Saint-Nicolas. No, what is this? The Boncel on top of Rochefoucauld, so we gotta make sure we can follow any attacks that happen. There goes Lenny Martinez. We've got Butrago, Vlasov, POGAČAR, and so forth. Let's do 92. I gotta follow that. Lipovic is gone. 95. Let's sit up. Let's make sure we can save as much energy as possible. I don't see us winning this, by the way. Too many people in the group and our energy is inexistent, but we're gonna try and compete for the best position possible. Come on, I'm going 65 to make sure I can recover as much as possible. Let's do 60. Everything I can recover is needed. Saint Nicolas is coming in about 3-4 kilometers, and that is the second last hill. Laurens de Plus pacing us onto the climb. We've got POGAČAR not in the greatest position, but I do expect attacks to come. Let's see. There we go, on the left side of the road. Vlasov, Pidcock, and so forth. We gotta follow again. We gotta follow, but I don't expect this to go anywhere. So, oh, never mind. There's a gap. Ayuso, close it for us. Yes. Gonna try and stick with POGAČAR and with Evenepoel, because they should be able to close that for us. There goes Evenepoel. He's kind of bridging. No, he's not. Last 4 kilometers. My energy is very limited. Can I follow someone? I want to follow POGAČAR's wheel. Is that the right man to follow? You'd hope so. I think I'm kind of doomed when it comes to energy. I don't think I'm winning this, but I'm going to try. Last 2 kilometers right now. Come on. Let's get to the wheel of POGAČAR. Evenepoel looks good actually, so I'm going to try and move towards Remco's wheel instead. Last kilometer here in the wheel of Remco Evenepoel. We are losing energy very fast. We're not going to compete. We are going to get dropped. There we go, but we fought the hardest we could, and the winner is going to be Tom Pidcock ahead of Remco, and POGAČAR comes in third, but Louis Jolers, I think just out of the top 10. Yeah, in the end we finished 14th. We simply were not good enough, so no shame in that. But hey, we can't complain about the Hill Classics. We won both La Flèche Wallonne and Amstel Gold Race, so absolute perfection. Next up, I want to take on the last preparation race for the Giro d'Italia, the Tour de Romandie. 6 days in Switzerland, starting off with a 3.8 kilometer prologue. After that, a bit of a puncher stage, a medium mountain fest on stage 3, relatively flat sprint on stage 4, and the Queen stage to Tion 2000, absolute monster of a mountain stage on stage 5. To finalize with a 14 kilometer hilly time trial once again. Oh my god, Matthias Wacek is on the start list again. I'm simply not letting this guy rest. But as GC leader, Louis Jolers, 80 mountain now, so he's grown quite a bit. 79 hillstead as well, 76 medium mountain, and 77 prologue, so this stage should fit him. And actually, next to him, pretty great support, Steinhauser and Brenner for the mountains. Also, I'm actually not seeing too much competition on the start list when it comes to GC. Maybe Arieta, maybe Nordhagen, but that's it. So our goal is simple. I want to win Tour de Romandie to get good confidence going into the Giro. By the way, I'm actually not sure how to ride a 3.3 kilometer prologue that is mostly uphill. I think we basically have to smash it. Our first rider is Tibor Del Grosso, so the perfect candidate to try because, well, he's got 77 prologue on the day, not 99. Let's do 90 maybe. Let's do 87 on the uphill segment, 88. I want to spend most of my energy on this uphill, it's impossible to spend all our yellow here, so it's all about timing it, but we're spending too much red bar at the moment, so we gotta save a little more for the final. Into the last few meters, going 99 to the line, and we finish third for now, so I think I spent too much energy too early. Anyway, it's time for Wacek, so full pressure now. Let's do 90 from the start. Let's do 88 because I don't want to spend most of my red on this segment. I want to do it on the actual uphill segment right there, so let's wait a little bit to go harder. There we go, onto the climb into the last kilometers. Let's do 90 right now, 87, something like that. Last kilometer, last few meters actually, down to 85, up to 86, 87, 99. Wacek first by 19 seconds. Damn, 87 prologue on the day, so that explains it. Honestly, I can't believe it. Theo Gegenhardt has beaten Wacek on the line by 1 second, so we gotta beat him with lures now on 87 from the start. I want to keep my energy for the uphill segment once again. There we go, on to the climb. Let's do 89 with lures, 79 prologue on the day. So this parkour fits for the man. Last kilometer here, so let's lower it towards 87, something like that. It will flatten out. 86, 87 again, 86, 85. And 99, oh, sixth only, 12 seconds down. I can't believe it, 78 prologue, Theo Gegenhardt beats Matthias Wacek on this time trial by 1 second only. And I was also hoping for lures to do a little bit better, to be honest. Anyway, no disaster, it's only a matter of time before we are in the lead. Now stage 2 is on paper a puncher stage for the GC riders, but I think differently about this stage. Matthias Wacek has the hill stat and the sprint stat to potentially win this stage. So yeah, I want the reduced group sprint. Okay, I was hoping for a slightly better day than a -2 on Wacek, but it's no disaster. I do have to say that the last 3 climbs here are actually quite steep, so let's try and survive them first. Only on the first climb as we speak, but the tempo in the peloton is very low, so if it's like this all day, we're gonna survive. Anyway, 1 climb to go, and our team is looking pretty damn fantastic before this climb, because even Kolar is surviving at the moment, but we've got some attacks. It is Godon, Lopez, and Großschartner. Harold Martin Lopez, not Miguel Angel, that's for sure. Gegenhardt has also decided to attack from the peloton, but guys, like, there's so many domestiques in this peloton. There is no way you are getting away. I'm like chilling in the pack at the moment. Okay, Gegenhardt has been caught. Our team is in the group and we're going to try and control all the attacks by moving forward with Steinhauser as we speak. Everybody else on 99. Into the last 3 kilometers, Großschartner and Godon are about to be caught. Gegenhardt trying to move up quite nicely, but we're going to try and get past Brenner as we speak. Lurs can start his sprint now. Wacek is launching pretty soon. He's going to win, he's going to win, he's going to win. He launches right now. Gunnar, Schachmann, Wacek, Gunnar's going to win. Oh my god! Mess Pedersen, out of nowhere, with the steel chair, takes it away from Gunnar, not even us, and Wacek comes in third. Did you see that? Pedersen came like a rocket. Looking back, I probably should have hard-paced the climbs to make sure Mess Pedersen was not in the group anymore. Anyway, a nice podium spot for Wacek, who is not our GC rider here. Lurs is, and he's taking time on the likes of Arietta, Nordhagen, Kulsut, so a good day. And actually, because of the bonus seconds, we take over the lead of Gegenhardt with Wacek, so wearing that yellow the next stage, and Lurs moves up to the 3rd position. All pretty great news to me. Oh, okay, stage 3, medium mountain stage, flat finish, and somehow Lurs is the favorite, even though I see Wacek as a better candidate here, because this final climb is still 23 kilometers from the finish line. Anyway, time to have some fun. Actually, quite a few rough climbs on this parkour, especially the last big one here, but Kolar with a +3, I bet if I try really hard I can get him over these climbs, but it would simply not be realistic, so I'll try and keep the gameplay a bit more realistic, and I will try and go for Wacek as planned. So, 40 kilometers to go, 2 climbs left, we've got UnoX spacing in the peloton, 5 minutes is the gap, so the break could win, but I gotta say, I'm not too scared of them. We've got the likes of Brandon Rivera, solid climber, but Stefan Kunganasparin, not too scared of them on the Ultimate Mountain stage coming up later this week, so I'll let UnoX take care of that. And like parkour-wise, I do think I can potentially drop Arietta and Kulsut on that steep climb, but where am I riding towards? A flat section, small descent, and another flat section, so the chance of getting caught is so high that I might as well go for Wacek. Actually, the steep climb did not have a major effect here. Rivera in the front, we've got Kung behind that, after that we have Kras, and then we have the peloton where we are not actually that well positioned, so we gotta try moving up here, because I don't want to get caught on a gap, and I want to try and catch the breakaway somehow. It's 4 minutes. I'm not catching this breakaway. Rivera's winning the stage. Trying to go for a small move before this final descent into the last 80 kilometers, and we've actually got a gap right here. I'm going to go all out with Lurs right now. Wacek in the wheel. Is this a gap? It remains a gap. O'Connor tries to close, but we've got a gap with these guys, and they need to keep going. I should actually protect Lurs right now. Last 7 kilometers. 99 is going to be troublesome, so I'll do 89, something like that, but I'm getting caught, that's for sure. Shockman's in the wheel. I'm sitting up right now. We are going to sit up and try and sprint for the bonus seconds. Trying to get towards Gegenhardt's wheel right now. Rivera's actually not that far ahead. It's only 30 seconds, but I've got nothing to catch him, and Wacek's getting dropped, Brenner's getting dropped, Lurs is up here, but what am I gonna do? At this point, I'm okay with just following Gegenhardt and letting Rivera get the stage. Gegenhardt launches, I'm not in the wheel, let's try and get past him right now in the last 500 meters. We're gonna get beaten on the line most likely. No, we might get bonus seconds. Looks like we will, so I'm actually okay with the outcome of this stage, to be honest. Like, getting second is not winning the race, but at the end of the day, we're getting bonus seconds on every GC competitor, so I take that as a win. By the way, in hindsight, there is absolutely no dimension where Kolar survives that stage. That was way too hard for him. Hola, we've got a sprint stage with Jonathan Milan at the start line, so Kolar, good luck, my friend. Actually, last 7.5 kilometers are basically all downhill, so I can launch early with most of my riders here. I don't know about the sprint though, but I think I also can launch early with Kolar. Like, Fitzke way too much energy left, but has to get off the front. Wacek is next, Del Grosso with 3 kilometers to go. Last 2.5 kilometers right now. Wacek can launch his sprint. We can launch with Del Grosso. Too late, I think. Too late. I think I launched. I'm blocking myself. I blocked myself in. I ruined my own sprint. Binyam wins ahead of the likes of Brennan, Pedersen, but Kolar is in Narnia, 10th. In the end, let's not paddle around it. That was my fault. I should have launched earlier with my lead out and then earlier with Kolar as well. And everything went wrong as a consequence because I blocked my own rider in. Nonetheless, still on 6 seconds in GC with Lurs, so it's all about that now. Honestly, look at this stage. Mountains everywhere, and especially the last 2 ones are massive. And now, look at the favorites list. We are number 1 with Louis Joe Lurs, so we have to win this. And I don't just want to win this, I want to dominate this mountain. So, the stage has begun. Roughly 15 riders trying to get in the breakaway, and actually, I might want to jump towards that. There we go. I've made my move. Brenner and Wacek are bridging towards the break because Brenner's only 1 minute 09 behind GC. So, if I can put him in the breakaway, I can put pressure on all the other teams in GC, and I won't have to carry and control the stage myself. I do have to watch out for a couple riders in the breakaway, including this man, Shockman, 20 seconds down in GC, so ahead of Brenner. But I think I should be able to drop that man. Meanwhile, in the peloton, Little Trek is pacing like crazy, trying to control this breakaway, but guys, it's 19 people. There's no way that will work. They're going to completely burn their team with that, which I'm okay with. Yeah, Pedersen here in the peloton is done for, so the gap is kind of exploding to 2 minutes plus now, but it's going to grow from here. Roughly 100 kilometers to go, starting the middle section of the race with a gap of 5 minutes 20 on the peloton. I don't think the break will win, to be honest. I think the last 2 climbs are gigantic, so I still think the GC riders will come out on top, but I think we're in a good position. By the way, I don't know how, but Max Schachmann from the breakaway, the guy on 20 seconds in GC, is suddenly dropped and is now back in the peloton. That is crazy. Sadly, Wacek has dropped from the break though, so we lost our domestique up there. Like, I'm sorry guys, but I do feel like extreme weather protocol is applicable here. We can't see anything right now. Oh my god, the peloton is absolutely flying on this climb with Gabriel pacing. Look at this. A group of 23 people right now, and Brenner has been dropped somehow because I put him on 65 to recover in the descent. That was not clever. He needs to get his ass back to the front, but energy-wise, actually not looking that great. Anyway, back in the breakaway, 3 climbs to go. This one's a small one, but the next 2 ones are gigantic. 5 minutes on the peloton right now, where Lurs is being protected by Steinhauser, and Gabriel is pacing for Gegenhardt. Hola, big victim in the peloton. Bernal on the third last climb off the back. We are still here with 2 riders, so we're looking good. We've got Omen pacing now for Gegenhardt, so Little Trek still trying to catch the breakaway. We are caught in a second group up there, so that's a bit sad. Looks like someone has attacked Steph Kras, but like, let's be honest, the last 2 climbs are gigantic, so we can set this right. Anyway, 40 kilometers to go. It is finally time for the big climbs. We've got an attack. Steph Kras is going as we speak. I need to set my own tempo here because this climb is absolutely huge, and the next one as well, to be honest. So this is going to be a crazy final. In the peloton, we've got 17 people going into the last climb. We've got Arieta off the back because, well, he crashed in the final ascent, so Poor lad, that man. Lurs is getting dropped if he doesn't watch out because the tempo here has skyrocketed by 4 Pro. Because it looks like everybody's kind of trying to attack here, but I just want to try and follow at my own tempo, you know? The last domestique of Gegenhardt is gone, I'm pretty sure. Who's spacing now? It's Magnus Kort Nielsen for Johannes Kulsit, so that's that. We are sitting in the group, but the gap towards the front is only 2 minutes 30, where Brenner is spacing on 75, which might be a little bit overkill. I don't want to overextend. We are dropping riders though. Voss is off the back. Let's see if we can drop any others at this tempo. Like best case, we win the stage with Brenner, but worst case, he's a satellite rider up the road for Lurs. I think we've got attacks in this group. I can't tell because it's so misty that I didn't see anything. Nordhagen, O'Connor, and Ford Pro are attacking. I need to set tempo now. I won't do it too fast though because I don't want to overextend on this climb. Let's do 74 and gradually try and get them back. Time for a quick pasta break in the middle of the mountain because I got a carb up. 26 kilometers to go now. We're still pushing in this group with the GC riders with Lurs, but at what point do I attack with Lurs towards the front, and am I not ruining my chances with Brenner by pacing with Lurs? Who should I go for? I've decided the gap is only 1 minute. I'm going to go for Lurs. I'm going to attack towards the breakaway with Lurs, and then I've got 2 riders up there, Lurs with a satellite rider and Brenner. So I'll wait until Steinhauser's done for when it comes to energy. Weiss has dropped in front. Lurs can attack right now. There we go, on the right side of the road. Bridge towards the front. There we go. 2 kilometers towards the top. We've got Nordhagen in the wheel. Brenner can protect us. And we are pushing right now over the top of the second last climb with Nordhagen and Rubio. But oh la 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 la. Theo Gegenhardt is completely done for. By the way, I need to slow down. I need to slow down because I would like to get Marco Brenner over the top here. The top is right there. So we might as well try. An extra domestique in the descent is useful. No. He's dropped. He's completely dropped. What do I do? Do I go 60? I might just go 60 and wait because I want Brenner back. I want to have protection on the next climb. There we go. You can barely see it, but Marco Brenner is back in this group now. An extra domestique is fantastic, but also 2 Rembe riders in 5, so we're looking really good. Ola, attack from the bottom right here. Steph Kras is going Nordhagen following Rubio in the wheel, but we are not. I'm doing my own tempo because I feel like these guys will overextend. Like it's still 11 kilometers to go from here. Marco Brenner all day in the breakaway and now doing a fantastic job protecting Lurs as he's spacing up the final climb. So we're gonna catch these guys. Marco is done for. It's now on to Lurs by himself. 50 seconds is the gap, so it's actually not that small, but still 6 kilometers to go and I've got energy. What is happening here? We've got an entire peloton here, but I think those are people that are being doubled on this climb. I think they are. Gap is 1 minute. I gotta catch them, somehow. Nordhagen keeps on pacing. Kras is done for. These guys have to run out at some point, right? Because this guy has unlimited energy right now, Nordhagen. Come on. Stop pacing, buddy. I do feel like I might be closing in a little bit. I've got Kras right now. Under a minute is the gap, but my energy is very low too, so I'm not sure I can catch them here. We gotta keep in mind, Nordhagen is 49 seconds down in GC. We are on 6 seconds, so we've got a gap of 43 on him. Looks like he's dropping Rubio, so Rubio's done for. We gotta close it down a little bit more, but our yellow bar's gone. I don't think we are catching these guys. We are definitely not catching these guys. It's all about trying not to lose that much time at this point because Nordhagen, oh, he seems to be done for. So we're closing in a little bit, but I'm trying to make sure I don't explode here because my red bar is on the brink of being empty with a kilometer to go. So Nordhagen is going to gain time on us, but hopefully we can stay in the lead. I don't think we will be. 44 seconds, 49 seconds. Nordhagen takes the lead, I'm pretty sure. We're going to finish on about roughly a minute, maybe over that, but it's not too terrible. But we lost the stage. Oh my god, the time limit is 1 hour and 9 minutes. These guys are all gonna come in at 1 hour and like 7 minutes. So they almost all abandoned the race by like a minute and a half. Looks like Quickstep is losing a couple of riders though, that's for sure. So looks like we lost 1 minute and 2 seconds on the road on Nordhagen, so we're definitely not first in GC. We're on 25 seconds right now with Louis Joe Lurs, so the race is not over, but it won't be super easy. Because, well, there's only one stage left. And parkour-wise, it's a 14.6 kilometer hilly time trial. Now the good thing is, Nordhagen only has 70 time trial, we've got 74. So our goal is simple, I need to find 25 seconds on the road. You might remember Paris-Nice, we won on the final stage. Catalunya, we won on the final stage. Itzulia, we won on the final stage. So, it's time to win Tour de Romandie on the final stage. Okay, Matthias Vacek, our first proper GC rider, -1 on the day, but still 78 time trial stats, starting off on 88 because I don't think I can spend my full yellow bar on a 14km time trial, so it's all about managing the red bar here. Time to speed up on these uphill segments. Let's do 88 right now, into the first time check pretty soon. There we go, let's take a look what time Vacek has. Oh, top 10, no, 11th right now. Final few meters, 99 on Vacek, and we finished 9th for now, so that won't be a top 10. On the road with Louis Joe Lures, a +2 day, so we've got 77 time trial stat. That is absolutely perfect. And Jürgen Nordhagen is on the road as well, just behind us, so this will be good. Speeding up towards that first time check, I want to know how far I am behind. Come on, Lures, we are 14 seconds behind right now. Where is Nordhagen going to be? He's going to come over the line in about 5 seconds. Come on, Nordhagen. Shit the bed, my friend. Come on. He is on 29 seconds, so we are on track. Let's keep going. Reminder, we need 25 seconds on the man. Last couple of meters. Come on, Lures. Over the line, doing a 23 seconds gap to the winner. Nordhagen has to start the last kilometer still, so I think we might have it. Basic math. Lures is on 24 seconds, so this man needs to be on 49 seconds plus for us to win GC. Come on, be 49 seconds, be 49 seconds. He crosses the line. 56 seconds. We win Tour de Romandie on the final day, just like every stage race this year. There it is. Louis Joe Lures taking the overall victory by a mere 8 seconds on Nordhagen. What a nice win in the end. Like, the time of Lures at REMBE started off quite soft, winning a stage at the Deutschland Tour and GC at Sibiu. Then in 2027 he did step up, winning a stage in Paris-Nice, but not much more. And actually somehow the green jersey. I forgot about that one. But this year the Tour de Romandie is his first proper GC victory for the team, so a major step up, and he's gonna be GC rider in an upcoming Grand Tour. And like with 80 Mountain, he should at least be competing for the podium, to be honest. Anyway, once again a very successful episode of REMBE Pro Cycling, winning 2 of the Hill Classics, Amstel Gold Race, Flèche Wallonne, and GC at Tour de Romandie, but no stage wins though. And well, we are still dominating the World Tour ranking with 15,600 points. What can I say? REMBE Pro Cycling is simply the best team in the world, with a whopping 43 victories already this season, and it's the end of April. That is absolutely ridiculous. When it comes to the next episode, no offense to the Eschborn-Frankfurt, but I'm skipping that one. Giro d'Italia is coming, so our first Grand Tour of the season. But for now, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye!